Alrighty, guys. Yes, he is confirmed in the game. CM Punk will be a major part of WWE 2K15. We're going to talk about all the details from the 2K Showcase mode in WWE 2K15. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. You know, I was wondering when they announced they would do 2 rivalries in the Showcase mode, I was like, okay, what are they going to do? You know, are they going to pick Taker versus HBK or, let's see, there's a lot of great rivalries, Hogan versus, you know, something like that. And then we found out that, in fact, the 2 rivalries that would be showcased this year are Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. And also, it will be the other one we're going to talk about in a little bit. But, you know, from 2002, 2004, in that range from HBK versus Triple H. So what they're going to do is recreate these moments from TV, pay-per-view, make them as authentic as possible, and you can relive these great feuds in WWE. I'm okay with the 2 they announced. Triple H versus HBK. And, you know, the thing about HBK, and I want to show this, is the amount of camera work that went in to capturing everybody's face. I think HBK had tweeted out that this was the most cameras he had ever seen in, you know, a room for motion capture. Not even, this isn't even motion capture, this is just facial captures. How many cameras actually went into recreating his likeness in the video game? And as you can see, there are quite a bit. So in the showcase mode, we have these 2 guys, and then last but not least, the other rivalry that we have showcasing is CM Punk versus John Cena. We will be able to relive CM Punk's reign from 2011 on to go on to his championship reign. I don't know if we'll get to the championship reign part, but obviously, you know, building up that feud. And that's just crazy to think about. You know, if they're showcasing promos and stuff from Raw, I hope this means more cutscenes in, you know, the editor, because that would be great for guys that do stories and, you know, want to, you know, make something awesome. Having more cutscenes from, you know, the game would be absolutely amazing, and I would love them for that. The rivalries will be played out over the course of 33 matches. It will also be presented in like a mini documentary produced by WWE themselves. So we'll see live action interviews as well as other video cuts. 2K emphasized that they want moments played out exactly the same way they did on TV. Throughout playing mode, you will unlock wrestlers, gameplay modes, and different wrestler outfits as well. They also stated that new rivalries would be coming out in future via DLC, but they aren't ready to discuss any of those right now. And yes, CM Punk versus John Cena rivalry will be playable at Gamescom in Germany and over SummerSlam weekend in LA. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go to LA this year, so kind of a bummer, but if you're in LA, you will be able to play the game and, you know, get a little bit of a hands-on thing about it. And, you know, the thing about 2K Showcase, which gets me really excited, because if you saw any of the screenshots from the game, you know how realistic the game is looking. The game is looking absolutely fantastic. I'm loving what I'm seeing. This is a story-driven single-player campaign in WWE 2K15 and the forthcoming release in the flagship WWE video game franchise. And I really do think that the high-quality cinematic moments that we're going to get, the actual footage integrated with it, are going to make me pretty happy. Because let's remember, do you remember when Triple H ended the long-time friendship with HBK? And yes, I'm reading off a thing, but I remember when he pedigreed him. When he turned on HBK. I couldn't believe it. And it'll be crazy to see what they can recreate in the video game. And especially with the fact that they're announcing DLC as a further single-player storyline campaign, that gets me super excited. That, to me, is a great use of DLC rather than just guys they could have put on the disc in the first place. Actual story DLC that they're creating gets me really happy and gets me really pumped up about it. And, you know, I think one of the big things that a lot of people really want to emphasize here is, yes, CM Punk is in the game. You know, I know one of my things that I kept hearing, you know, quite a bit was, is CM Punk going to get pulled from the game? Is he going to get pulled from the game? Oh, my God, Punk's going to get pulled from the game. No way. Not when he's the head of the single-player story. The amount of time they put in, the detail, it's just absolutely crazy to think about. And the fact that CM Punk's not here now, it's kind of a bummer. But at the same time, we're going to get to play him in 2K15. It's going to be awesome. And I would say these are 2 of the biggest rivalries, especially in recent years. CM Punk versus John Cena. You know, people could make something else for like Undertaker, but that's just, you know, once a year. That's not throughout the years. CM Punk and John Cena faced off quite a bit. You know, I could see like a John Cena, Randy Orton, or, you know, something like that down the road as well. But I definitely think to pick two rivalries to start with, things that are more recent, guys that, you know, are still around, people that we like and enjoy, I think there's no better route to go than CM Punk versus John Cena and Triple H versus HBK. To me, it makes sense. You know, some people, I heard when they first announced these stories, some people had threw out, okay, why don't they do like the ECW feuds, or why don't they do, you know, and they were throwing out some of these feuds like Ziggler versus Kofi, and I'm like, come on, they're not gonna, you know, feature a huge chunk of a game to stories like that. And, you know, CM Punk versus John Cena, whether people love it or hated it, it was a good feud. I mean, they put on a lot of excellent matches. Their Money in the Bank was a 5-star match. It was rated by Dave Meltzer, and he doesn't give those out. So to go out there and get that 5-star match is absolutely crazy, and just shows that, you know, Cena, when he's paired with the right people and they're, you know, doing the right work, they can really make a big difference. And, you know, the rivalry, to recreate that famous promo in the game, like watching him, like if they can recreate that, not just like a video, but they actually show him in game, I think I would mark the hell out. I think I would get super pumped up for that, seeing CM Punk relive that famous promo, not just on video, but recreated in the video game itself. I don't know what it is about seeing stuff in the video game compared to TV. It's like when I used to do the simulations and stuff for WWE's YouTube channel, and I'd recreate like the Money in the Bank cash-ins, and you put the live audio over the, you know, the gameplay, and there was just something that made it feel so epic and special that it gets me really excited. So I want to know what you guys think of, you know, the new showcase mode, which is basically taking over for, you know, the 3 prior generations and the 3 prior modes. You know, you had the Road to WrestleMania, and then you had the Attitude Era and all the different, actual, you know, eras and things like that. So my question to you guys is, one, are you happy with the 2 rivalries that are going to be showcased before DLC? John Cena versus CM Punk, and then Triple H versus HBK. And if you aren't, what feud would you have rather had, or do you hope comes to DLC when the DLC drops later on this year? Let me know, you know, what one you would love to see. Because me personally, I'm happy with what they chose. I think they did a good job, and it'll go a long way in checking stuff out. So, Randy Orton, you're looking good in the game. And just think about how many cameras you had to sit there. Could you imagine my fat ass on camera when they have more DSLRs in that room than I just want 2. If I could get 1 more DSLR for filming, I would be happy. And there they go, and they have every freaking DSLR in the world. So it does make me a little bit bummed and kind of sad. I was like, I want that camera. That looks so nice. But there's the game capture, all that stuff from 2K. And, yeah, CM Punk will be in the game, guys. I'm excited. I hope you're excited as well. And make sure to check out me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TubbyEmu. And you guys can subscribe over there. And follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/TubbyEmu. And hopefully we'll get more to cover this. But just know, recapping things, 2K Showcase mode, 2 rivalries will be showing off. CM Punk versus John Cena and Triple H versus HBK. 33 matches. They'll all be recreated. Live videos. It'll be produced by WWE themselves, and they've done a great job in the past. More stories will be coming out through DLC later on in the year. And things are getting me all the way excited. I mean, let's just remember that this John Cena versus CM Punk, they kind of like went on a break for a while, but it is going to be showing 2011 to 2013. So I wonder if that's going to lead all the way up to the WrestleMania match where they lose it. And then he's able to go on and face The Rock at WrestleMania. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you watching. Make sure to hit that like button and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Until next time, we will see you all later.